Hello, folks. Hello, and welcome. Up until a few hours ago, I didn't think I would have a stream today, but then yesterday I saw an article during when I sat in with David on Michigan Law Show. So I thought that would be an interesting video. And then I started reading the article, got maybe 3 paragraphs down, and immediately, no, this isn't for a video. This needs to be a live stream. First, because it's been a while since I had a live stream. And kind of miss you guys. And, thank you, Colin. Thank you. Well, it's spring out, time to get the light jacket. First, the normal checks. How is sound? Can everybody hear me? Kenosha County Eye. Good morning. That will be interesting if it is actually you, because I might be reading one of your articles. And don't strike me, please. If you don't know Kenosha County Eye, that is newspaper who keeps an eye on Kenosha and what happens in Kenosha. And it's a really good article I read, at least the first paragraphs, and it will be very enjoyable to read the rest with you. Hello, Fiery Red podcast, and Troy is here. Wendy is here. Jen RN is here. Indigo Luna is here. Jackie Rouge. Sorry for that name. And of course, Gigi is here, my first moderator. Good to see you. Okay. Sound is good. Hello, Thierry. Good to see you. Good to see you. As usual, I don't mind super chats, but on the top of the chat, you have the Zachariah Anderson's defense fund. So I prefer if you send your money there. If you necessarily want to sponsor me, members. It's a $3 a month, and you get some content that is only for you. Thank you. Yes, that is my channel. And if you see it, you are already here. And please like and subscribe. Apostate Amanda. Good to see. Oh, Mo is. Hello, Mo. Hi. Good to see you. Dennis Heaton is here. Yeah, we're a bunch of people. So, what do you... Oh, hey, Broken Baker. Now, let's see here. It's 6 o'clock in the afternoon here in Sweden. It is noon-ish on the East Coast, and maybe... Well, you have a few different time zones, and on the other end of the planet, it is already tomorrow. So, welcome from around the world. Hello, Brooks. Good to see you. Well, should we dive into this? Because I find this a really, really good article. And I hope you will agree with me. Here it is from Kenosha County Eye. As you saw, it's actually in the chat. It's so fun. It's so fun to see you here. I hope I will do your article justice. This was at 9 p.m. yesterday by Kevin Madison. I hope I pronounced that right. Kenosha judge rebuked by the Court of Appeals again. So this is not This is a repeat offender, which is quite funny to say when we are talking about when we are talking about the judge. Oh, sorry. Here is a quote from Appellate Court Judge Shelley Grogan. A parent's interest in the parent-child relationship and in the care, custody, and management of his or her child is recognized as a fundamental liberty interest protected by the 14th Amendment. Kenosha Judge Chad Kerkman, of course, he is named Chad. Don't know if the name makes the Chad or just Chad. Well, Kenosha Judge Chad Kerkman is at it again, this time in a termination of parental rights, TPR, case called Kenosha County v. ACS, in which the government was trying to take, quote-unquote, Anna's children away from her. Many argue that the highest authority a judge has in Wisconsin is taking a child away from their parents. It is a process that must follow the letter of the law. Oh, what's going on here? There. Windows 11 is screwing with how I do things. I wish I could go back to Windows 10, but here we are. It is a process that must follow the letter of the law. In this case, Kerkman set a hearing to hear legal arguments for a motion brought by the government. However, Anna's lawyer, attorney Brenda Vanquick, I hope that's the correct pronunciation, informed Kerkman the morning of that hearing that she was still tied up in a criminal trial in a different courtroom. She therefore could not attend the hearing and needed an adjournment. Just for clarification, it's the attorney that had that was tied up in a criminal trial, not Anna. It is very common for attorneys to double book, as there are very few attorneys willing to take TPR cases. The Court of Appeals in this case even acknowledged that it is common practice to adjourn hearings when different courts schedule attorneys in more than one place at a time. So what happened after attorney Vanquick told Judge Kerkman that she was unavailable for the motion hearing in Anna's case? Information can travel quickly in the courthouse, and apparently Kerkman acted on it. In this case, illegally so, the Court of Appeal explains. Now, this is where I stopped reading the article when I thought I was going to do a video on it and decided, no, this needs to be read out live. So whatever comes next, I have no idea. And yeah. Quote, although Judge Kerkman apparently learned that attorney Vanquick's trial in the other court had resolved as of 9:15, he did not learn that information from attorney Vanquick. Rather, he learned it from an unidentified second-hand source and relied upon that second-hand information in determining of his own accord that attorney Vanquick should no longer have a conflict with Anna's motion hearing. In reaching this conclusion, Judge Kerkman seemingly assumed that attorney Vanquick did not have any obligations related to her jury trial that required her attention, despite the trial having concluded earlier than anticipated, and he thereafter determined it was appropriate to proceed with the hearing. There. This is legal speak for you did a no-no. You did a really, really bad no-no because you didn't hear it from the actual attorney. It was an unspecified, unidentified, second-hand source. Nobody, maybe it was the clerk, maybe it was the bailiff, who said, "Oh, I think they're done." But you can't act on that as a judge. You need confirmation. Yeah, exactly. Relied upon hearsay. Yes, Mo. Wait, the judge used hearsay? Yeah, apparently. This is amazing. Now, a bit of context. Kenosha County is the county who have had two important trials in the last year and a half. First, you had the Rittenhouse trial, where the jury, despite the prosecution's desire to have a trial with little or no evidence, and the evidence and witnesses they had was subpar and a bit of a liar. A lot of lying. Yeah. That county has something in the water supply. Yes. And the second trial, you know this from watching my content, is the Zachariah Anderson trial. And I said this yesterday on David's stream, that it seems like the prosecution learned from the Rittenhouse trial that don't bring facts to trial. Because in the Rittenhouse trial, they moved forward with facts. And those facts were easily debunked by the defense. So in the Zachariah Anderson case, all of a sudden, they had vague evidence. They, for instance, in the apartment of Junior, there was a beer bottle, there was a water bottle. They swabbed both, but only tested the beer bottle. Why? Speculatively, we will find the Junior's DNA on the beer bottle. We don't know whose DNA it is on the water bottle, so let's not test that. Just imply stuff. Same with the phone in the freezer. Now there, I think the prosecutor thought there's gotta be Zach's DNA on that. Test it. And it came back, and it was not Zach's DNA on it. You get my drift? They learned from the Rittenhouse trial to not bring forward actual facts. They brought forward a story 3 years in the making, through media, stuff like that. But this is not entirely a Zachariah Anderson stream, so let's get back to this article. That's right. Kerkman behaved like a judge in a third world country and held the hearing without Anna or attorney Vanquick even being present in the courtroom. Wow. So he not only did he deny Anna the right to a defense or the right to have an attorney present, she wasn't. This is really bad. This is really, really bad. Then you have a one-way street from prosecution telling the judge, here's our opinion, and since there's nobody there to argue against, he rules in favor. It says here later, Niklas, read the next line. Not surprisingly, without Anna or her lawyer there to argue their case, Kerkman ruled for the government. Surprise. Oh, sorry. Neither Anna nor her attorney were able to plead their case for keeping her children. Once again, oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah. So the government wanted to take Anna's kids away from her. Now, I have no idea about the facts in this case. And frankly, in this, I don't really care, because this is due process. This has nothing to do with the actual case. This is due process and the rights for a fair trial, for a fair hearing, right to an attorney present. There are so... Oh, this is so bad. Once again, the Court of Appeals explained Kerkman's gross misdeeds. By proceeding with the hearing in Attorney Van Quick's and Anna's absence under these circumstances, Judge Kerkman effectively barred Anna from challenging the government's evidence and presenting evidence and argument of her own. Accordingly, under these circumstances, the fairness and integrity of the judicial proceeding has been placed in doubt, and the denial of the statutory right to counsel constitutes structural error. Yeah. Yeah, I believe I said it, but with some other words. Sorry. Structural error. Structural error means the proceeding is so defective on its face that it can't be tolerated, not even by the generally pro-government Court of Appeals. I don't know. I haven't checked the Court of Appeals in Wisconsin, how they lean. But if it is that they are generally pro-government and they have this to say about this judge, that is bad. That is really bad. This matter is therefore reversed and remanded to the Circuit Court for further proceedings consistent with this opinion. I'm not sure what to say. Because I understand the appellate court's decision to send it back down. Here's the problem. What happens if it is the same judge? I don't know much about this particular judge, more or less what's on this article, but he seems slightly biased, to put it lightly. And I don't know how much it helps to have it sent back down if this is just going to continue like this. Huh. Yeah. Oh. Thank you, Crystal Dennis, for your $10 super chat. Kenosha County must change that. Our justice system should be about nothing but facts. What happened to Zach could happen to any of us if things do not change. Hashtag free Zachariah Anderson. Yeah, I agree. In my opinion, the prosecution's job is to find the truth of what happened. And then, after examining all of the evidence, they can have a suspect early on, but they have to check it with all the evidence, not just the evidence that speaks to that prior conclusion. And especially if you go to court with that bias, then we are as Zach was in a big heap of problem. And yeah, especially when they go into court with a story, virtually no evidence, and a prison snitch, and they still got a conviction. I can't. This is But if they have a judge like this, and I checked his wiki, and he's been a judge in Kenosha County since 2009. So he's been doing this crap for 14 years. And if he's elected, well, then people choose to have this interesting individual there. Let's go back to the article. This is a good article. This quote, this matter is therefore reversed and remanded to the circuit court for further proceedings consistent with this opinion. Translation: Kerkman's incompetence in basic legal principles has cost the taxpayers of this county and the state a lot of money. Yeah. A court of appeals is not cheap. And even though the prosecution have more or less not an endless amount of money, they still can always get more money if they want to, and that's taxpayers' money. Let's see here. This isn't the first time Kerkman's incompetence as a judge has hit the taxpayers in the pocketbook. Remember the Jensen case that was tried earlier this year? I don't know what that is. I might check it out after this article. On September 8th, 2015, the 7th Circuit Court of Appeals, which is one of the courts right below the United... I have to check. Yeah, it's 2023. I just had to check here. On September 8th, 2015, the 7th... Oh, there. So... back. Which is the 7th Circuit Court of Appeals, which is one of the courts right below the United States Supreme Court, ordered Jensen's new trial. But instead of doing that, Kerkman decided to reinstate Jensen's conviction without a trial. Seriously? What? And he's still on the bench? Huh. I have words, but yeah, I have words. I have words. With the bang of his gavel, he found Jensen guilty without hearing any evidence, violating Jensen's fundamental constitutional rights. As the On Point blog explained it, Kerkman said, in essence, "You're wrong, 7th Circuit. There was no constitutional violation." Oh. I guess the writer attended every day of Jensen's trial. There was more than enough evidence to convict the man. There was no need to cheat, delay, and add expense to the taxpayers. Okay, good to know. Once again, the state appellate court and then the state Supreme Court had to smack Kerkman around. The appellate court rebuked Kerkman, saying, "In this appeal, Jensen argues that Kerkman made an error either by unconstitutionally directing a new judgment against him without a trial or plea, or because the circuit court re-entered an old, constitutionally infirm conviction that was invalidated by a higher court. We need not delve into the murky waters of deciding between these two, because whichever action Kerkman in fact took under the law was in error." That is legal speak for you forked up royally. That's why it took almost 8 years to get the case back in front of a judge for trial. Costly and time-consuming appellate litigation, thanks to Kerkman's inability to understand or refusal to follow the law. And here's an opinion. Many Kenosha County attorneys have told KCE anonymously that Judge Kerkman is, in general, a hot-headed, short-tempered judge that either frequently ignores the law or doesn't know the law. Both are really bad. Either is equally alarming. Kerkman is proving them right. How much damage will Kerkman do, and how much money will it cost the county and state taxpayers before he leaves the bench? Kerkman's only contested election was his first in 2009. He has been elected twice since, with no opposition. He is next up for election in 2027. Don't expect anyone to run against him, though. In Kenosha County, there's an unwritten rule that lawyers should not run against a sitting judge. This rule should end, along with Kerkman's reign. You know what? We have more or less the same principle, unspoken, in the union. For you who doesn't know, I am a union rep. I do labor law. And I contest that frequently, that if I or somebody else know they can do a better job than the person elected for that position, we go up against them. And that is why I have been elected against some people's will for 30 years now. And unopposed judges, scary. Yeah, that is scary. But what is it? It's an argument of authority in a broad sense of the words, that which more or less means if he doesn't do criminal stuff, but now he seems, if you are violating the Constitution in this way, like this Judge Kerkman does, why is that not a disqualification? Now, there probably are no laws that says that, but maybe there should be. But that is up to the politicians and the hybrid thingy between politicians and judges. Well, we all know that. Luckily, here in Sweden, we don't have that much. That was an very good article. Thank you so much. And I saw that Kenosha County I was in the chat. I hope I did your article justice. And yeah, that is... All judges should have law degrees. How else can they know and understand it? He doesn't have a law degree? I have to check that. Sorry for... Oh, that was a spelling. Yeah, he has a law degree. If you're wondering what I am doing, I will show you. Oh. I hate these. Legitimate interest. If I say no, that means you do not have a legitimate interest. I hate those. There. I know. Then you have the vendors and legitimate interest. Some vendors are not asking for your consent, but are using your personal data on the basis of that legitimate interest. If I say no, this is privacy grape. Because if I say no, that forker does not have legitimate interest, but I need to watch this education. Kerkman earned his BS from Purdue University in 1992 and his JD from University of Wisconsin Law School in 1997. Yeah. So he has a law degree. Weird. But a law degree doesn't mean you actually know the law. It means that you were good at studying. I feel like I have Mo in the deep and looking up layperson running for judge. Yeah. Kenosha County needs to clean house. Oh, there's a lot of interesting. Nick, it's because the appellate just rubber stamp everything through. Okay. I would vote for you, Mo. I have a thing for red-headed women with huge personalities. I'm so sorry. Maybe not so sorry. She will kick my ass verbally anyway. I'm quite sure of it. Let's see. Roger the Shrubber. I believe in Wisconsin you don't have to take the bar if you have a minimum GPA from Wisconsin law school. Oh, he might not have gone through the bar. No, it says an attorney in private practice. But that doesn't mean he took the bar. Huh. Oh, well. That is why Mr. Mo keeps me. Oh. Now, I have an older article I want to show you as well that has two of your favorite persons in it. Well, you do have to take the bar in Wisconsin, but what was in order to practice as an attorney, you do need to take the bar. But it didn't say that on his Ballotpedia. It just said attorney in private practice. But that might only mean that he had a law degree and he was practicing of sorts. Yeah, I had another article here from 2016 that I found interesting. And from published June 13th, 2016 from Fox X. Another slap in the face. Kenosha family says judge is preventing justice for child. Kenosha. A Racine family is furious. They say a Kenosha County judge is preventing justice for their child. To have the judge not even listen and give Caleb a chance to have his story heard is like another slap in the face, said Cheryl Berry, Caleb's grandmother. The Berry family cherishes whenever 4-year-old Caleb smiles. Unlike when he was 9 months old, the boy cannot use his hands. He cannot even hold his head up. It all changed in May 2012. Caleb was with his babysitter, longtime family friend, Caroline Prieto. Caleb's parents, Matthew and Rosa, said they got a phone call. Their son was in the hospital. The family says they were told the injuries were consistent with shaken baby syndrome. Prieto was arrested and charged with child abuse. GD is off. Got to check something. Yeah, go ahead, check and come back with information, please. This shaken baby syndrome has been under scrutiny the last few years, I believe, because it's not as clear-cut as it has been. But I don't have the information other inside than this noggin. Maybe I will make a video or stream about that on a later date. Either way, you know this guy? Seen him before? Die, mother. Yeah. Leading up to trial, prosecutors failed to submit a witness list in time. That is absolutely the district attorney's office fault, said Mike Gravely, Kenosha County Deputy District Attorney. What? The district attorney's office is incompetent? Where have we heard that before? Gravely said the prosecutor was working the case went on medical leave. Her witness list got lost in translation. The judge, Chad Kerkman, did not grant an extension nor did he grant an interview for this story. So the prosecutor on the case went on medical leave, did not have any backup for it, and the prosecution office asked for an extension and he didn't grant it. It's unacceptable what prosecutors did, but I don't understand how one piece of paper is what Kerkman is holding his hat on here, said Caleb's father, Matthew Berry. If you don't let the case actually be tried, if you don't let the truth come out, in my opinion, just my own opinion, you haven't done any justice, Gravely said. Oh, Gravely, you piece of... That was 7 years ago. If you don't let the truth come out, in my opinion, you haven't done any justice. Well, we all saw the Zachariah Anderson trial. The district attorney's office asked to dismiss the case in order to refile charges. The judge denied that request. According to transcripts, he told prosecutors the statute said the witness list has to be filed within a reasonable amount of time. It wasn't done. I believe medical leave is a proper way, but I'm not that good with Wisconsin statutes. Kerkman also said during a February status conference that allowing the state to refile charges would be unfair to Prieto, who would have to endure a new trial. He also said it would set a bad example for prosecutors who shouldn't think they can get a do-over when they fail to meet the court's deadlines. Well, here I kind of agree with Kerkman. If they have a solid deadline, then it is a deadline. On the other hand, with the medical leave, yeah, but this is an article. I don't have the actual court papers in front of me, so this will be verbatim. I believe the correct word is. Let's see. Where truth shouldn't even be said out from Gravely's mouth. Yeah. Okay, Catmom, Niklas. Kenosha County I is going after Kerkman because his ex-wife is the county executive and she gave him a position on a committee in Kenosha, probably in turn for writing this article. Okay. Well, facts are still facts in the previous article we wrote. So, however that article came to, I don't know. Anton Hemingway, hi Niklas. Ugly, how are you, brother? Thanks for streaming today. You're welcome. However, it's sickening. Yeah. Let's see here. M. Shannon. Unfortunately, in family courts involving CPS, their deadlines. Yeah, and though I don't do criminal thingies. I do labor law. It's extremely rare for us to move into the criminal debate. Hey, Corn Pope is here. Hi, good to see you. You know, Gravely is not interested in truth. He's only interested in winning. Yeah. I can't disagree with that. But let's move on with the article. There really is no reason to grant the relief that you're asking for right now. It's not fair. At trial last Monday, June 6th, 7 years ago, the state could not call its full list of witnesses. Within a matter of minutes, the babysitter was acquitted. He was trying to make an example of the district attorney's office. Matthew Barry said of Kerkman, I can't figure out why he would choose a victim for it, but he was going to make an example of the district attorney's office for their oversight. Oh, I really want to read those court papers, especially not meeting deadline if it's just a couple of days, but if it's a month before and they didn't present it at trial, then you have another issue. Then I understand Kerkman's decision. The Barry say Calabi is once again a victim, even though in their eyes he's already serving a life sentence. Oh, sorry. Yeah. But that was another article which involved one of our favorite subjects, Prosecutor Gravely. And if you haven't seen my completely unrelated, yesterday I made a video called The Tale of Prosecutor Scrooge, which may or may not have similarities with living prosecutors. But for legal reasons, those are coincidental and accidental. Promise. Theory. This, unfortunately, may be one of the reasons Gravely become what he is now. Yeah. Yeah. From 2016 to now. Yeah. Maybe. Jan Aron. Coincidental. Yeah. For legal reasons, purely coincidental. Now, let's see what we have more coming up here. Oh, yeah. I have a law card. And if you don't know what law cards is, it's cards of your favorite law tubers. It's collector's cards of sorts. And recently, I got one. And let's see if I can show it. This is my law card from when I did my weird Swedish holiday and birthday stream a week and a half ago with my with my hat on. And you see my personal motto there: defend the individual, negotiate for the collective. And yeah, we had so much fun during that stream. Oh, it was so fun. And oh, love it. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. The link to this law cards is in the description, or you can write it down yourself. Hail the law tube chicken pope. Oh. Thank you. Yeah, that was so much fun. Oh, yeah. Now, that's your link that I posted. Oh, thank you, Valhalla. Wait, thank you so much. Can't wait to the next live stream so we can see what Drunk Nick got you this time. Yeah, I haven't received any packages lately, because if I order from if Drunk Me orders from Wish, it can take 4 to 6 weeks before it gets here. So yeah, That will be interesting. Now, next stream I'm having is tomorrow. I have asked my members to ask me questions that they always wanted to know, or questions that they just wanted to ask someone. And I got a few questions from them. So tomorrow we will do a Ask Me Almost Anything. And the reason for almost is for legal reasons. There are some subjects I just can't go into. And then we have a few personal subjects I just can't because of, family and friends and stuff like that who really doesn't want to be shown or something like that. Oh, we just got a big spike in viewers. Thank you for showing up. Go to the beginning, watch through to the end, and I don't know. Anyone has any subjects they want me to? Let's see here. I am missing a discussion in the chat again. Well, be nice to each other. My chat is a really good place to be. I like them a lot. So to donate to Zachariah Anderson's legal fund, givesendgo.com/ZA Anderson. And you have the link on the top of the chat as well. Now, other things that that can be interpreted in lots of ways, Flux. But whatever gets you going. Yeah. Let's see. What else can we talk about? Well, I heard that Santos got indicted. Maybe we should talk about him. See if we can find a good... Oh, Department of Justice. Stop screen, present, share screen, share screen. There. Congressman George Santos. Now, if you live under a rock, you have never heard of him, but he is allegedly, for legal reasons, a con man, allegedly. And he managed to get through an entire election without anyone on the Democrat side actually checking his background. I have no idea what happened to US politics, but as I remember, everybody checks up everybody's background. And somehow this garbage managed to get elected to an extremely well-paid job. So he's guilty of being a politician. Well, this guy is especially politician. A bit of hypocrisy, and then allegedly theft, and then allegedly he liked to dress in drag, apparently. Yeah. But let's see here what we can read from the United States Attorney's Office. Congressman George Santos charged with fraud, money laundering, theft of public funds, and false statements. that last bit, he's a politician. False statements is kind of what politicians do. And well, most of the other things too, but legal money laundering and legal fraud, legal theft of public funds, they call it donations, which is just another word for bribes, in my opinion. No, dressing and drag is not illegal. The interesting with Santos is that he went on a platform where he was so opposed drag queens and stuff like that, and then after the election, him in drag surfaced. Oh, hello, Jody. There's a lot of people here I haven't said hi to yet. So Wolfram, Corn Pope I already got. Composer C, it's me. Josie is here. Valhalla awaits, good to see you. Wendy is here. Ashley Elrod is here. Puddingway is here. Broken Baker, I already said Broken Baker is here. Yeah, good to see you all. But let's get into this we're not even an hour in, and so many words I can't say, but and for you new people, like, subscribe, all the YouTube thingies. Please become a member if you choose. Yeah, let's see here. Santos allegedly embezzled contributions from supporters, fraudulently obtained unemployment benefits, and lied in disclosures to the House of Representatives. Still not unusual when it comes to politicians. Central Islip, New York. A 13-count indictment was unsealed today in the United States District Court for the Eastern District of New York, charging George Anthony DeVolder Santos, better known as George Santos. DeVolder? Is his second last name or something? Or his parents didn't like him? I don't know. Well, George Santos, a United States congressman representing the 3rd District of New York, with 7 counts of wire fraud, 3 counts of money laundering, 1 count of theft of public funds, and 2 counts of making materially false statements to the House of Representatives. The indictment was returned yesterday under seal by a federal grand jury sitting in Central Islip, New York. Santos was arrested this morning and will be arraigned this afternoon before U.S. Magistrate Judge Arlene R. Lindsay at the federal courthouse in Central Islip, New York. Bunch of names. Then this indictment seeks to hold Santos accountable for various fraudulent schemes, alleged fraudulent schemes, and brazen, don't get brazen with me, misrepresentations, stated United States Attorney Peace. Taken together, the allegations in the indictment charge Santos with relying on repeated dishonesty and deception to ascend to the halls of Congress and enrich himself. He used political contributions to line his pockets, unlawfully applied for unemployment benefits that should have gone to New Yorkers who had lost their jobs due to the pandemic, and lied to the House of Representatives. My office and our law enforcement partners will continue to aggressively root out corruption and self-dealing from our community's public institutions and hold public officials accountable to the constituents who elected them. Who? He is in... I saw Legal Vices and Jeff and Joe earlier. They had so much fun with this. The Criminal Division's Public Integrity section is committed to rooting out fraud and corruption, especially when committed by our elected officials, said Assistant Attorney General Kenneth A. Polite, Jr. You have weird names in the US, says the man with an unpronounceable name. As alleged, Santos engaged in criminal conduct intended to deceive and defraud the American public. As this indictment reflects, the Department of Justice will hold accountable anyone who engages in such criminality. As today's enforcement action demonstrates, the FBI remains committed to holding all equally accountable under the law. As we allege, Congressman Santos committed federal crimes, and he will now be forced to face the consequences of his actions. I would like to commend the diligent efforts of the investigative and prosecutorial teams in this matter, stated FBI Assistant Director in Charge Driscoll. And yeah, I will go through this later because my mouth. Yeah, this will be an interesting case to follow, actually. Let's see here. Oops, I can't show that. Dang it, lying back to Congress is on my bucket list. Yeah. You could either be a layman judge or you can lie yourself to Congress. I don't know what kind of cleavage you need for that, but I'm here for it. Now I see that Composer and Cat Mom is having a separate discussion in the... But yeah. Ooh. Wolfram just gifted 10 memberships. Thank you so much, Wolfram. And the people who received the memberships are Fiery Red Podcast, DMDM, Nathan C, Jenny B, Iris and TX, XD, Irina Learning, Christy Ree, C Swept T, Genitals was gifted with memberships. That's funny. Welcome as members. There is a members only section on my channel page where you will find me. Well, I have my sunrise thoughts there. I have a bunch of stuff for you, and I will maybe next week I will have a member only stream, because with these 10, I believe I broke the 100 members barrier. Thank you so much. So yeah, and you're from all around the world. Janitlas wins Janitlas wins the best screen name ever. Yeah. Put that in front of everything and all of a sudden stuff. Oh, let's see here. Nathan C gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. And receivers are O'Neill, Jason J. We might... Is there all... Are we all members now in the chat? That would be really funny. But you have gifted 5, so if people show up before the end of the stream, they will... Drunk Nick needs to buy a members only jacket. Well, you never know. You never know. It seems like we are all members now in the chat. So your 5 are so far only gifted to 2 people, O'Neill and Jason J. But so I don't know how that will work if you get money back or something. Well, we are closing in on an hour. Emily Gale. You need to press that gift up on top of the chat. And when you press that, you can you need to switch the thingy to receive gifts, allow gifts. There. Yeah. Now they're starting to get Salty Rolster, Philip Martin, L.I. Gay, Emily Gale. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So now, thank you so much. Oh, let's see. And Gigi gifted 5. Yeah. So now we are... Kayla Oldenkamp was gifted and Purple AJ was gifted. To allow gifted memberships, hit the cash icon, select gift settings, and hold to setting 3 dots on top, toggle allow gifts. Yeah. So that way, but I do think that everybody who was gifted, so that is 20 gifted memberships. Thank you so much. I am... Yeah. Let's see here. I'm going to Zachariah Anderson's page to see if... not today. That's... So if you have... I will show it here. This is the Zachariah Anderson Gives and Go. So if you have a $5 you don't need, Zachariah needs it. Oh, crap. All hail the chicken pope. Is that my new name now? Oh, God. Hail the chicken pope. Well, you can't give yourself nicknames, how much you like it, and I've had worse. I'm a union rep. I have always heard worse than chicken pope. Chas Berglund gifted a membership. Yeah, so he found the... Yeah, welcome. We should be all up to speed now with the membership is... Chicken, maybe high chicken breast. No, I don't know. Yeah. Listen to the redhead with huge personality. High priest of poultry. Oh, we can't forget Hugo. For you who remember, Hugo, I had to put him in the shower to get him a bit better because he was feeling a bit sad. The leaves were crumbling up, but he's on. He seems to be recovering, and so he's near a window where he gets lots of sun and fresh air, and he's starting to recover. And hopefully tomorrow he will be back here as my sidekick. And yeah, sometimes when you replant chili plants, they get a bit unhappy. And Hugo went very unhappy. But I think I have brought him back from... well, he wasn't anywhere near being a past plant. But he was sad. But I think I saved him. Swedish chicken priest. Well, I'm quite sure that... Hey! I was wondering where everyone... Hey! Oh, you had a... That's weird, because I was thinking about sending people over to you, David. I didn't know where... I haven't had a... I didn't see you actually have a stream today. I knew you were supposed to have a stream, but I thought it was later on. Oh, on Discord. Only Discord. I'm not up live yet. Okay. Are you having a live today on YouTube? So if you have, put it up so I can direct people. Prozac. Always. Yeah. Okay. And not the medication. Prozac. Yeah, I get what you mean. Nanya Bitness is here. Good to see you. Yeah, but with the... I will probably do something separate about George Santos, because that guy is a piece of work. Prozac. Okay, I have Neo Dark Matter. If you have an old account from before memberships, okay. I had no idea. But I'm looking here to see who I can send you to. Maybe I should send you to the DUI guy, because I'm more or less done now, because I really don't have much more to say. Yeah, get law cards. Yeah, for those who doesn't know, I have a law card. Haha. And I already shown it, but I can show it again. Can I? No, I can't. I took it down. Sorry. Oh well. Well, thank you all for showing up. I had a fun time with you today again in the chat. Streaming is contagious and very rewarding. And so I'm always happy to see you all here. I hope I can see you all here, plus bring friends tomorrow to the Ask Me Almost Anything stream. Okay? Viva Frey is live. Bum, bum, bum. I have to... 1 second. I'm almost there. Let's see here. There. Redirect. Why doesn't he show up here? Should show up here. He doesn't show up here. I'm very, very sorry. It might be that he doesn't have that on for redirect. So I can't send you there. But I will send you to the DUI guy. There. Oh, thank you to MLS Law Show, who gifted 5 memberships to Annie Are You Okay, Ashley Cunningham, and there are more or less only members in the chat right now, so it might take a while. Otherwise, yeah. But I won't hold you anymore. I will send you over to the DUI guy. Tell him hi from me. And yeah, you all have a nice day. Talk to you later.